Alright guys, there's not going to be an intro. On this because I'm seething. I am raging right now. I just want to get straight into it because this video is going to be an absolute cookout. There's going to be a nice meal prepared for you guys, so sit back, relax, and I'm going to serve you up a full course platter because I am going to cook every single person at Chelsea Football Club in this video because it was absolutely unacceptable what's been happening at my club in the last 2 years, and today I'm going to cook everyone. I've kept kind of quiet on Chelsea this season because, I was like, let me give it time, let me just assess the situation. Now I'm done. Now I am officially done with this club and these owners, the manager, the players, all of them. In this video I am going to go through every single one, the board, the manager, the players, because every single person at this club is accountable for what is happening. We've just lost 4-2 at home to Wolves, 4-2, crazy. And in the same week we've lost 4-2 versus Wolves and we lost 4-1 versus Liverpool. Absolutely embarrassing stuff, absolutely embarrassing. And what, we're 11th in the league, 10th, I don't even know. I have no clue anymore. The season is done. For the second year in a row, we have to write off the season in January, in February. The season is over. 2 years in a row, we're not going to qualify for any European football. That is a total disgrace. Absolute disgrace. But look, there is going to be some sort of order in this video. While it is going to be me just ranting like I am right now, because I'm very angry at the situation, I'm going to, as I said, hold everyone accountable. We're going to talk about the players, we're then going to talk about the manager, and then we're going to talk about the board, because all three of those have a part to play. So let's start with the players. Let's start with those overrated trash players. Literally, I am not exaggerating. Only 2 players in this squad this season have been good. 2 players this season have been good. That is Petrovic in goal and Cole Palmer. Everybody else has not had a good season. Everybody else, and that is not an exaggeration. There's players like Nkunku who have barely played, so I can't say they've had a good season. Players have had absolute disasters. Players have been inconsistent. Only 2 players in an entire squad have been good this season. That is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And everybody else, to be honest, if they were sold tomorrow, I wouldn't be throwing up trees and be completely angry because they've not been good enough. They've not been good enough. In fact, I'm going to go through the squad right now, all of them, and I'm going to tell you how bad they've been this season. Right, Petrovic, great, fantastic signing. Looks really, really good in goal. I'm glad with him. Sanchez, absolute trash. Disasi, so slow. He's been an actual disaster this season. Badiashile again. I used to rate this guy. This season been abysmal. Again, so slow. Thiago Silva. I love you, Thiago, but you're too old now. You're not good enough. You need to go at the end of the season. Gusto, again, I like you. You're good. You're young, but way too reckless against Wolves. Stupid challenges, giving away penalties, red cards this season. Also injuries. Can't rely on you to be our right back for a 38-game season. Chilwell, so overrated. I'm absolutely embarrassed he's our captain. How on earth is Ben Chilwell captain of Chelsea Football Club? It's insane. Back in the day, we had people like John Obi Miguel, Ivanovic, Drogba, who they weren't even vice captains. And they are 1,000 times more of a captain than Ben Chilwell ever will be. Get that guy out. Cucurella, he's absolutely trash. I don't know what he contributes to the side. Reece James, this guy's never ever fit. Literally never fit. Same with Wesley Fofana. Alfie Gilchrist, he's one of the only players this season who's shown a bit of passion. But he's young, I'll give him a pass. I don't know about his ability though. Colwell, he's been absolutely garbage this season, but I will give him a little bit of a pass because he's been played out of position, which we will come on to. Caicedo, he's had some real bad moments, but to be fair, he has been hung out to a dry, which again we will come on to, but he's not been worth the money we paid. Enzo, great ability, but just so inconsistent, and again we'll get onto it. He's been played out of position. Who else? We've got Gallagher, started the season off well, but he's resorted back to type. The thing is with Gallagher, people are hyping it up and saying, oh, he's so good, he's our best player. If Gallagher's our best player, we are going to be a mid-table side, because ability-wise, he's nowhere near the levels required to be where we want to be. Lavia, Ugochukwu, never fit. Same with Nkunku, never fit. Palmer, absolutely fantastic. But I'm worried about him. Soon he's going to get infected by that Chelsea disease, because it happens to all players. When they come to Chelsea, they look really, really good, really, really nice, and then slowly they get resorted back to type and they go into the typical Chelsea player. Happened to Sterling, happened to Enzo Fernandez. It's happened to so many players, so many players, and I'm worried that it's going to happen to Cole Palmer. Mudryk, don't even get me started on this guy. He's a road runner. He's just pace, literally zero footballing ability. I don't know who signed this guy. What did they see in him? Madueke, way too inconsistent. Sterling, oh god, Sterling. See, Sterling's meant to be a leader in this team. He's one of the only players in this team who's in his prime. Yet he's one of the most inconsistent players on that pitch. He's not a leader either. He has moments where he looks good, but you can't rely on this guy. And Jackson, I mean, this guy he's basically just Darwin Núñez, isn't he? He is Darwin Núñez. He doesn't know how to score. And the main problem with this team, with these players, is the leaders and the maturity of these players. Where are the leaders? As I said, Ben Chilwell is captain of this side. That is an absolute disgrace. And then it gets even worse because I'm seeing Levi Colwell have the captain's armband. Levi Colwell, are you serious? Colwell's just a kid. I even saw a quote from Colwell saying he was quite nervous to do his first team talk. Imagine you're a Chelsea player. Imagine you're Thiago Silva and you're getting a team talk from Levi Colwell. What's this guy gonna say to you that you ain't never heard? Like, come on, what is going on here? And the maturity as well. So many off-the-field incidents. Nicholas Jackson with a certain influencer I'm not gonna name. Immature. Mudryk, oh my god, this guy. He's filming people in the gym. He's recently challenging a fan for 10 grand to a 1v1 because the fan said he's not good at football. What's going on? This team has the most yellow cards in the league. I think it's like 72, which is mental. Nobody steps up in this side. None of these players take accountability. When we go a goal down, it's wraps. We're never coming back. We are never coming back if we go a goal down. And what's even more worrying now is, like in the Wolves game, when we go a goal up, heads drop. Once one goal goes in, heads drop. Nobody steps up. No, I look on the pitch, nobody's like, come on boys, let's get this going again. None of them. They're all trash. Absolutely trash. But a lot of the reasons they are trash is because of a manager who we're going to get onto now. Pochettino. Look, this is what I'm going to say. I've dug out a lot of these players, but I'm going to now go through the players who are being made worse by POCH. Colwell, he's as our most advanced midfielder. That's not his role. You saw Enzo. Enzo last season was not this bad. He was not this bad. Enzo last season was actually pretty good for us. He's one of our only good players. And that's because he wasn't playing as some number 10. Yet for some reason Pochettino decides to play him there. Gallagher, at times this season, he's been playing in a double pivot. He's even been our deepest midfielder at points. What's going on? How is Gallagher our deepest midfielder and the guy we're relying on to progress the ball? What's going on there? He doesn't have the technical ability to do that. Caicedo, I feel so sorry for this guy because it's literally just him in the midfield. Enzo's being told to just go up the pitch, get out of the way. Gallagher is told come in deep, but Gallagher doesn't have the ability to do anything on the ball. So the only player responsible for progressing the ball up the pitch, getting out of the press, is Caicedo. It's literally zero help for him, and that's why it seems like he's making errors and stuff. He's actually been pretty good this season, but he's just been hung out to dry by Pochettino, and it's making him look so much worse. Cucurella playing right back. What's going on there? Disasi playing right back. I'm seeing Disasi doing overlapping runs when this guy is the slowest player in the club. What's going on? I'm seeing Paddy Ashil play left back. We're playing a high line with two of the slowest centre-back pairings in the league, probably the two slowest pairings in the league in Axel Disasi and Thiago Silva. We went up against Pedro Neto, arguably the quickest player in the league, and we played a high line with the two slowest centre-backs in the league. What are you doing, Pochettino? I get that's how you want to play, but if you don't have the players to do it, don't do it. Or if you really want to play like that, do what Ange Postecoglou did. Eric Dyer, he didn't play him because he didn't fit the system, so he put fullbacks in there who were quick to play that high line. I know, just if you really want to play that high line, just put Goa at centre back, but I don't even know, put Caicedo at centre back. Do something. Put Gusto centre back. If you want that high line, don't just. It's infuriating. And then more general stuff about Pochettino. There's not really an identity with this side. We still can't break down low blocks. We don't have any idea. There's no structure to the side. People will say there's a structure. Our style of play under Pochettino is press and play out from the back. That's not a style. That's not a tactic. Pressing is something you should just do anyway. Playing out from the back is just something you do. But I don't see a clear way we play out the back. I don't see a clear way we press. That's the only thing we do. And it's absolute shambles. He's been here long enough now to implement something, but I'm still not seeing it. Substitutions. Absolutely shocking. I've never seen Pochettino make a sub that changes the game. Ever. And this was a problem with him at Spurs as well. And where's the improvement on these players? Pochettino, one of the main reasons I was actually okay with him coming in is because he was meant to be good with youngsters. But I haven't seen not one player improve under Pochettino. Not a single player. Cole Palmer, he was brought in. He's just good because players. Suddenly Jorginho is winning UEFA Player of the Year. Kante is Champions League Player of the Year. Rudiger gets a move to Real Madrid. Christensen gets a move to Barcelona. Kepa is suddenly reignited. So, see, you can improve players. If you are a good enough manager, you can improve players. Yeah, POCH has not improved any of these players. He's done it in the past. He has done it in the past, but I'm not seeing it here. I'm not seeing it here. He's also a massive liar. He's a massive liar. He gaslighted Chelsea fans at the start of the season. He said at the start when he came in, Chelsea's about winning, it's about winning, we're gonna try and win. And he said all the right stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm getting behind this. And then when things start going wrong, it's a process, patience, time, process, rebuild. Which one is it? Stop flip-flopping. Stop flip-flopping. But that's my thoughts on POCH. You guys actually said give him till the end of the season when I did a poll. You said don't sack him now. We'll get on to what I think should actually happen, but I'll be interested to see how many of you think that now after we just got smacked up by Wolves. But here's the thing. While the players are a problem, the manager is a problem. The question is, who brought in these players? And who brought in this manager? It's the board. This is the biggest problem at Chelsea in my opinion. The directors of football, Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, need to be sacked right away. They need to be sacked. They're the directors of football and they have chosen this vision, and it has absolutely destroyed the club. Absolutely destroyed it. This young wonder kid football manager approach, I don't know who is responsible for it, but they need to go. The reason I think it's the director of football's fault, not the owners, is because when Todd Bowley and Clearly came in their first summer, if you remember, they were the ones in charge. They didn't have a director of football at that time. And if you have a look at who they bought Raheem Sterling, they bought Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, they bought Cucurella, they bought Koulibaly. They also wanted Ronaldo, but Tuchel said no. What do all those have in common? They're all experienced players. They are all experienced players. None of them are youngsters. They signed like Wesley Fofana, who was a bit of a youngster, but again had been proven. You look at that summer, they never really signed anyone who was really, really young. They signed a couple, but they signed a lot of experienced guys. Then, footballing duties are handed over to Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart in the January window of last year. And what happens? We signed Mudryk, we signed Madueke, we signed Enzo Fernandez, we signed Badia Shield, we signed all these random youngsters from Brazil, and Andre Santos Malo Gusto comes in, and it's a whole new approach. So that's why for me, I don't think it's actually the board who have decided, and Bowley and Egbali, I don't think they've said, oh, you know what, we're going to just sign a load of youngsters. I think it's the directors of football who have done this approach. And it needs to stop, because it's not worked. It has not worked at all, and I don't know why they thought it would work. It's just never going to work. You can't win like this. You can't do anything like this. When the average age of the squad is like 23, what do you expect to do with that? So they need to go, but the owners also need to take some responsibility for that, because even if they were not the ones who decided to go down this route, they should have recognised that, okay, they're doing way too much. What are they doing? This needs to stop, and they should have got rid of them, or told them, like, what are you doing? Why are you spending 18 million on David Washington from Santos, an 18-year-old striker who has played 600 minutes? What are you doing? start of this bridge we want to do, the directors of football would have said to them, oh okay, can we have 150 million to spend on Caicedo? Can we have 100 million to spend on Enzo Fernandez? Can we have 100 million to spend on Mudryk? At that point, why have you owners like, oh yeah, just have it, just have it, just have it? They should be like, hold on, wait a minute. Why are you doing this? And the squad building has been insane. The squad building of this side has been absolutely insane. It's horrific. As I said, there's a lack of leaders in this team. There's a lack of a spine, lack of experienced players. They've wasted so much money, so much money. Players like Mudryk, they've spent over 100 million on. Are you crazy? This is going to have serious long-term impacts on Chelsea now. What they've done, they've signed young 16-year-olds, like I said, David Washington, who's played like 600 minutes. What's going on? They've focused too much on the future and not the present. Pochettino also asked for experienced players in the summer. Did they give it to him? No. But this the thing I will say about Poch is he's a bit of a yes man, because he would have agreed to this. They wouldn't have told him when they interviewed him. They wouldn't have told him, or they would have told him that, by the way, this is the approach we want to do. We're going to sign a lot of youngsters. You're not really going to get any experienced guys. No one's going to come in over at 25 years old. Are you okay with this? And Pochettino clearly said yes. So that's why, I don't pin all the blame on Poch, but you have to take some accountability here, because you agreed to this, you signed the form, you signed up for this. So I don't want to hear you complaining, oh, I need experienced players. This is what you asked for, mate. You asked for this. They told you this in the job description, so don't complain now. And you should be making this work, because again, this is what they told you would happen. But I agree, this is not the way to run a football club. Yeah, it's just a shambles, absolute shambles, and this approach needs to stop. Right, now I want to talk about the solutions. So in the short term, the first thing that needs to be done, sack those directors of football, Paul Stanley and Lawrence Stewart. They need to go, because they are responsible for this failure. They appointed Pochettino, who was not the right man for these players. They bought these players, and a lot of these players are not good enough. They spent all this money, and most of it has been a complete waste. They need to go. And I also don't trust them to appoint another good manager. So this is the key thing. Before you appoint a new manager, you need new directors of footballs. And make sure this time you get them from elite clubs. Similar thing, this is what should have happened, what Man United have done. Ineos have come in and straight away they've gone to the best of the best and said, you know football, come to us, we don't know a lot, you sort it out. We appointed directors of football from, I think it's Leipzig, Brighton, Wigan, Derby. These are the clubs Paul Stanley and Lawrence Stewart have worked with. You need to go ahead and get someone who's managed an elite club, who's worked in an elite club, and knows how elite clubs function. So go get a new director of football who's worked at one of these elite clubs. Then we need to sack Poch. In my opinion, we need to sack him, because we're now getting embarrassed. It's getting quite toxic at Stamford Bridge now. You can see players are starting to give up a little. As I said, when we concede a goal against Wolves, suddenly the players' heads drop and they give up, and it's 4. And results are kind of untenable now. 4-1 and 4-2 loss in 1 week. That's unacceptable. It wasn't even this bad on the pod that we didn't get slapped up like this. Maybe you can make the argument allow him till the cup final, but the reason I wouldn't do that is because if he wins that cup, then it will paper over the cracks, and people will be like, oh, you know what, keep him, he's won us a trophy. I don't want that. solution. So in my opinion, we're just wasting time. We're delaying the inevitable here. You might as well get rid of him now, and start looking for the manager who is going to be here for the long term, because POCH is not. It's very clear whether you rate POCH as manager or not, whether you want him gone now. I think everyone can agree that Pochettino is not going to be the man, as we've seen so far, who's going to take Chelsea back to the top. He's just not. Especially with these players. He can't work with these players. So for me, get rid of him now, instead of delaying and kicking the, I don't know what the saying is, but kicking it down the road. So get an interim manager, not Lampard, and get an interim until you get those new directors of football in place who decide what their vision and manager is going to be. And for me, I'll back whether they choose, but if it was me in charge, if I was director of football, I would go for a proven manager, an experienced manager, because I want a bit of a big name manager who's going to come into this team and club and sort it out. We need a manager who's going to get these players in check, who's going to get this board most importantly in check, because Poch is a yes man. As I said, he signed up for this. He agreed to come to Chelsea knowing that this was the strategy they were going to do, knowing that he was going to get a bunch of kids. I need somebody to come in and tell this board that this is Chelsea. We don't do process. We don't sign 16-year-olds. That's not how you win. This is how you win. And it's going to stand up to them and tell them, give me the keys. I'm going to sort this out. So there's actually quite a few of those out there, like Hansi Flick, Jose Mourinho, even Conte, all these guys. I wouldn't be opposed to bringing these guys in because they will sort out this club and sort out these players, and they're not taking it from a board. So yeah, that's just what I would do. Long term, you need to get rid of the trash in this squad. Gallagher, he'll have a year left in the summer, let him go. Cucurella, he can go. Get an offer for Chilwell, he can go. Thiago Silva can go at the end of his contract in the summer. Disasi, he can go. Mudryk, sell him, or try to get him a loan just to boost his value so we can sell him, but Mudryk is not going to be the long-term player for Chelsea. Sterling, if you can, try and get rid of him. Saudi, please help us. Then we need to bring in experienced, proven players who have been in Europe. They've done that. I don't want to see no more youngsters anymore. We've got enough. We don't need more. Youngsters block youngsters. We don't need to sign another young striker because that's just going to block Nicholas Jackson. You need to get an experienced player who has gone and proven themselves over at least 3 years experience in Europe's top 5 leagues. And have done that on a consistent basis and proven themselves to be good. The board need to change their mentality. No more youngsters, no more 8-year contracts, no more selling every academy player just to go sign more young players. That logic is stupid. Why are you selling, for example, Lewis Hall? You're selling Armando Broja, you're selling Martson just to go sign more 18-year-olds. It doesn't make any sense. But I think that's my rant over. I know some of you might disagree with me, but Chelsea fans, let me know what you think of the situation. Neutrals, tell me if I'm being reactionary or not. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the situation at Chelsea. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in